This is sports stuff. Betting stuff.
Ciao.
This is sports stuff, betting stuff. As everyone can hear, Jim nodding his head. I'm not sure if it's an agreement or in peril, or not sure what Jim's emotions are at the moment.
He's
Probably a
like
little
pumping
bit of
himself.
both.
He's pumping himself up.
He's getting
Probably a little bit of
excited.
both.
Good,
In
good.
some type
This
of way.
some type of way. Well, more to come on that. This is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I am your host, the original degenerate, Muff. Howdy, people.
Hey, Ma.
Hey. Alongside, as always, are the fellow degenerates. First, starting off with the man with the plan, the guy atop the standings for many, many weeks now, the medical degenerate, Alex.
That's me.
And last, and certainly least at the moment,
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
we have the Ohio homer, the Ohio degenerate, and the capo of the Midwest Crackhouse, Jim.
Hello.
We are the degenerates of the sports stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. First, season's greetings. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Only one of us came prepared for this today.
Uh, I just feel like I can't mix it up now. You know what I mean?
But I felt the same way. Like I was like, screw this hat. Like I'm throwing this hat out.
Couldn't
But I
do
was
it.
like, if I do, like am I a quitter? Like at this point, I think I have to ride the season out with my totem.
Okay. So I am wearing a Steelers Santa hat. So any of the YouTube watchers, make sure you get in there. As a reminder, you can help us out by subscribing on YouTube, Sports Stuff W/Jim Ampersand Muff. And if you want to get involved with us on the socials at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Sports Stuff W/Jim Ampersand Muff on YouTube. Remember to subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding ding.
Do it, do it, do it. And for any new listeners, and just as a reminder for the old listeners, we all have our tokens, our totems, our items.
Tokems.
Or tokens.
Tokems.
Tokem if you got them.
If they're good luck, then do what you got to do, folks. Our items, good luck. First, we'll start with Alex. What do you got?
My totem. I just said totem.
Titums and tokems, baby. Titums and tokems.
We're doing great. It's my toboggan because I heated up with it and I want to stay warm for the rest of the season.
Jim?
I have the Kraken hat. It does me zero good, but consistency is key.
How are the Kraken doing?
Not well.
Maybe that's your problem.
I know. But like what do I do? Do I throw it to the wayside now?
I
Like
mean, what other sports team do you have available to you with a hat or anything that is currently playing and successful?
well, I've felt like we had a frozen muff.
Frozen Moth. That's no good.
The worst kind of
Uh-oh.
muff.
So you talk about your hat?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw it out if it tanks one more week.
Oh, dude, so much time left to make up for lost time
Well,
at
when
this
you're in the
point.
basement, muffins, like in order to break 500, how many games do I have to get back up there? It's at least like 15.
It is exactly 15 and 0 to get you to a 500 winning percentage. But we will get there because first off, huge announcement. It won, it finally won. The
So proud.
whale of a parlay, thanks
So
to
proud.
Ding 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 ding.
Alex and the Light, is a
We
winner
did it.
this week.
We did it.
Can we talk about like what the odds were? Like what we're not talking about units, but can we talk about like was it plus what?
I think it was plus 800 something. Let me look.
My man.
Was
Because
that
I
with the
will be
push?
full disclosure, put $5 on it, won like 44. So
Yeah, it's plus 800 something then.
Good job. Good job.
Nice.
thank you.
So we will get there, talk about what hit to get the parlay to win. We'll go over all of last week's best bets, see where we're at in the standings. And as always, FanDuel is our exclusive betting app.
FanDuel.
FanDuel.
Hashtag FanDuel Sportsbook. Get on with us because we've got a heater coming up this week with all of our specialty picks and that whale of a parlay.
Are we gonna do a Christmas thing? I feel like we need a Christmas thing. This son of a bitch.
Jim, something won. I don't think this is the time where we mix it up,
But it's Christmas.
as evidenced by your outfit tonight. Got it. You can also follow us all in the Action app. You can follow me at CMcPherson20.
Bucketville Butcher.
The real medical degenerate. And I put my bets in last week. I told you.
I did not.
You never know when I'm going to throw some in there.
That's true.
Should be putting these in every week. Before we get into last week's best bets, a quick update for anybody following along with the Bowl Pick'em, sponsored by the podcast, where you can win
Prizes.
prizes. Right now, we currently have 2 entries at the top with 8-1 records. We have 3 at 7-2, and then about a half dozen, almost 10 at 6-3, as we go into more of the heart of bowl season.
Who's at the
So,
top?
we have Keith, the Baltimore guru, and somebody that I'm not sure.
Who is
Somebody that's looking for wins.
What's their
What's it
name?
say?
Looking for wins.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
Quite literally somebody that is looking for wins.
all right.
And they're on a hot streak, as would be anticipated. And in the confidence picks between the degenerates that make up this betting portion of the podcast, right now we have Jim up top with 90 points, Alex in second with 87, and I am in third with 50. But alas, we still have about 30 games left.
Let's go.
So if you can win something, Jim, maybe you can win this.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get into last week's recap, starting out with ding ding, no surprise here, Alex with the best week.
That's me. So last week I'm on 4-2, bringing my total record to 58, 41-2 with a 574 winning percentage. Texas Tech -3 was a victory versus Cal. The Bengals -2.5 versus the Vikings was a win. Texans +2.5 at the Titans was a win. Eagles -3.5 at the Seahawks was a loss. Western Kentucky +2.5 versus Old Dominion was a win. The
Hilltoppers
came out on top.
Hilltoppers.
And UTSA versus Marshall +2.5 was a loss.
Indeed, it was. You had a couple close ones in this.
I did.
The Bengals pulled that one out, and the Texans as well.
Yes.
It was not trending your direction for the majority
Yeah.
of both of those games.
Oh yeah, no. And Seahawks Eagles, I mean, ended up it was a close game too.
Yeah. Yeah, that could have easily
Western
gone in your
Kentucky Old
favor.
Dominion was actually in overtime too.
Yes. So a lot of right on the edge for this one.
Fighters.
Next, Muff, the original degenerate, went 3-3 this week to bring my overall total to 54 and 58 for a 482 win percentage. My wins were the Raiders to cover against the Chargers, never in doubt. The 49ers to cover against the Cardinals. They keep doing what they do. And I took the Beep Beeps, the UTSA Road Runners, to cover against the Marshall, to give me my third win of the week to offset the losses of App State, not covering 6.5 against Miami, Ohio in the Mud Bowl. The Broncos and Lions not staying under 47.5. And the Falcons just laying the biggest egg of the year, not able to cover, not even able to win against the Panthers. Jim?
I lost.
This is not as bad as your other ones, so I think
That's
you should
true.
go through
I'm
this
on the
one.
uptick. Raiders. No, that was you. God. I'm just wishful thinking. I lost the New Mexico versus Fresno State. I won the Bengals game against the Vikings. Lost the under in the Lions Broncos game. Lost the Falcons -3 at the Panthers. Won the Texans game at the Titans. I won the Niners game against the Cardinals, and I lost the Seahawks against the Eagles.
All right, that brings Jim's record for the year to 52, 64, and 3 for a 437 winning percentage.
Doo-doo
Bringing
pies.
up the rear. Next, we get into our specialty picks, starting with the Mike All-Star Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
Pow, pow.
It is a winner as the Bengals cover 2.5 against the Vikings, bringing that season total to 7-9. Keep going, keep trending. It started out rough, but we are almost there.
We're getting better.
We can
That's what I like.
almost get there. We can do it. I have faith. And in the Midwest Mapster Risky Pick of the Week,
Get out of here.
Thank you. Sorry. I was
That's
getting a
okay.
text message about Tessa, who's now still out of her bed. This
Oh,
child
boy.
is on the loose, man.
well, she didn't get outside. We take the Texans as the money line dog to beat the Titans, and they make it happen even without CJ Stroud. And the money line dog pick rolls to 11-5 for the year. It's
That's
pretty
our-
good. It's pretty
That's our special pick.
good. It's pretty good. Next, it finally hit, and we talked about the Lolita whale of a parlay. Gets its first win of the season thanks to Alex and the Light.
The light. All credit to the light. All hail mighty light.
As we took the Moneyline Dog in the Texans, which is the win. We took the Lions to cover against the Broncos. That was a win. We took the Bills to cover against the Cowboys. That was a win. And we got the FanDuel friendly push on the Browns minus
The
3 with the
everything but
Bears.
ESPN friendly push.
Yeah. So it was a win, but it was not an outright win. We had one push in this, so we did not have the highest of odds as it could have been. But a win's a win, gents.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with our luck we've had with this, we're celebrating.
We're taking it.
Take it to the bank. All right, that brings us to this week's matchup, starting in the NFL on Thursday night. We have the Saints traveling to LA to take on the Rams. Rams favored by 4.5, over under 46.5.
At least it's Thursday night and not a good enough matchup for me to dabble in it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the smart money's probably on the Rams.
Yeah, I agree
Right?
with that.
They're definitely the team that I think is playing for more right now. Right? They are in the playoff picture, and they can improve their situation with a win in Thursday night football. So if I was going to lean a direction, I would lean in that direction. Getting into Christmas Eve.
Yeah?
No, no.
No,
Oh,
just kidding.
Eve,
Saturday's
Eve.
getting
the
into
24th.
Getting into Saturday football. Bengals at the Steelers. Bengals favored by 1.5, over under 37. Is anybody going to block in the receiving core this week?
Well, it won't be George Pickens because he's skirt.
You don't want to get hurt.
He's skirt.
I
Uh,
lean Bengals here. But it's in the Inzer town, so
it is in the injured town. Kenny Pickett is, I believe, officially questionable for this
how do
game.
you people say soft?
Soft.
Soft.
You can do that.
Soft.
You can say SAHFT, soft.
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 Soft. I
Soft.
just spelled it for you, Jim. SAHFT.
Soft.
Soft. Soft.
All I'm saying is, I think it's Mason Rudolph. So Santa's gonna have an early Christmas present.
Okay. Is Kenny still like question? He's still on the potential there, right?
I'm not sure. Last
Not
time I saw,
likely.
Mason Rudolph was announced as the starter, but I
Okay.
think that if Kenny is able to go, he will go.
Definitely. That would hopefully be a good thing for Steelers if that comes to be, but it does not sound probable. I'm going to stay away.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think
Eh.
I'm probably going to too after all you've talked about.
In other Saturday action, we've got the Bills traveling to take on them Chargers. Bills favored by 12.5, over under 43.5.
On Peacock. primetime game. Peacock.
On the Peacock.
My only issue with this is the spread is a little high.
Nope, zero issue. Ethan
And
Stick, what's he gonna do?
Keenan Allen's back.
I don't care who's throwing it to him.
I think the Bills will win, but can they cover?
Yes, they will, they shall, and it's gonna happen, Jim.
You know
I am
what?
taking.
I'm not listening to you, Alex, guru of betting.
I think that the spread is too high.
Staying away.
Oh, when you play shit teams, guess what? You get high spreads.
Okay.
So I wonder what Muff's gonna do there.
What do you think about the over, bud?
Hmm. I don't like the over because I don't think the Chargers score many points.
Hmm. 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 But the
Are you saying
Bills.
they score just enough?
Yeah,
What do you project this final score to be, Alex?
21-7.
So
Wait,
Alex
yeah.
projects the Bills to cover.
No,
Got
wait,
it.
no. 21-14.
uh,
That might have been a bad. Maybe it's not as big as I thought. It looks really big.
all right.
I wouldn't do it, Jim.
We'll see what comes to be there. Getting into Christmas
Eve.
Eve football on
Yes.
Sunday. We've got in the 1 p.m. slate, starting with the Colts at the Falcons. Falcons favored by 1.5, over under 44.5. Colts playing for something. Falcons, these are both teams that are playing for something. So they should both be competitive. So excited to see how this game goes. You got Gardner Minshew and the Desmond Ritter, who likes to turn the ball over inside the red zone. Falcons.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson, will he get more than 6 touches this game? Over under? Probably
Under.
under. So I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
would lean Colts plus the points.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I would also say that we could talk about that as a risky pick later, but just gonna stay away for now. Packers at the Panthers. Packers favored by 4.5, over to 36.5. Packers coming off a bad loss to the Patriots. Panthers coming off a win
Back in the pack.
in the most unlikely of ways. Panthers get the win last week. I am also on that, backing the pack. There's nothing here that doesn't make me not want to continue to go against the Panthers at every turn. So I'm gonna stay on this train, even though it bucked me last week because the Falcons just couldn't get right.
Takes care of that now,
Yeah,
didn't it?
Next, we have Alex.
I was just gonna say that's where I would go if I was gonna bet on like.
Next, we have the Browns at the Texans. Browns favored by 2.5, over under 40.5. Again, two teams. CJ Stroud, I do not know what his status is right now. We got footsteps. Joe Flacco slanging the pill for the Browns. Anybody heard anything about CJ?
No, that's what I was trying to find. I haven't seen anything whether he's playing or not.
How does everybody else feel about this game?
I'm leaning towards the Texans. Just see that Stroud is reportedly expected to remain sidelined. So likely out.
He is doubtful.
I like the Texans, but Joe Flacco's better. I
Right?
don't know. I do lean the Texans probably to cover 2.5, but I don't not good enough to bet.
Yeah,
I won't knock you for it, but I won't encourage it.
I'm gonna stay away from that one. No tanks, no tanks. Next are the Lions at the Vikings. Those sort of, maybe they're still the brand new Lions, favored by 3, over under 46.5.
I like the Lions.
I also like the Lions in this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna
Oh,
quit my lean on the Texans,
I like that choice, Jim.
and I'm going to back the Detroit Dan.
MCDC.
MCDC bringing it in this one. Next, we have the Commanders at the Jets. The Jets are favored by 3, over under 37.5.
Jets, Aaron Rodgers is not playing, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he came out and kind of was like, I don't think he's playing for the whole season. He pretty much said, right?
Yes, they have officially ruled him out for the season.
He's off the
Zach
IR.
Wilson is, yes, he's off the IR. Zach Wilson is questionable, still in the concussion protocol, I believe, after his mom came out and said pretty much that he played with a concussion last week before they pulled
His
him.
mom.
Way to go, Mom.
His mom was like, yeah, he smacked his head off the headboard. My friend came over and got a concussion.
I don't think that's what she said, but that's what she
That,
said.
that is what.
I'm staying away from this.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
Sam Howell got pulled last week. Zach Wilson,
Got pulled.
we have no idea. Well, yeah, I mean, he went out of the game. Um, so I don't. Yeah, there's nothing here that makes me feel confident anywhere. So I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah,
Seahawks at the Titans, Alex.
I just said yeah.
Seahawks at the Titans. Seahawks favored by 2.5. Over under 41.5. Seahawks coming off a good win against the Eagles.
I lean Seahawks here.
I would also lean in that direction, but I don't know if Drew Lock can find lightning in a bottle 2 weeks in a row. If Gino
That
coming
was
back.
that was my concern.
So even though the Titans, that's a game that Drew Lock could get got if he's still behind center. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. Jim?
Staying away.
In the 4 p.m. slate, we've got the Jags taking on the Bucks. Bucks favored by 1.5, over under 43.5. Not
Give
a lot of confidence here in the Jags.
give me them Jags.
Alex going to take the Jags plus the points or Jags money line.
Uh probably I mean Jags plus the points for the best bets, but
We have another option sitting there. Jim?
I lean the Jags. That's a leaner.
Jim's got a leaner. Next, get the Cardinals at the Bears. Bears favored by 4.5, over under 44.5.
mm, oof,
I feel like this might be a dud of an afternoon game.
yeah, I don't think so.
So I'm going to stay away. Yeah, I'm staying away. Cowboys at the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 1.5, over under 51.5.
I lean the Cowboys here if I'm gonna
Yeah,
take something. I'm
I
not a
was going the
Cowboys fan.
same way. I think the Dolphins have peaked.
And the Cowboys,
I think the
who just
Cowboys
got
catch them.
dog walked.
I think they catch them.
Well, I'm going to
Maybe
go
the best.
against both of you. I'm going to take the Dolphins to cover. Cowboys don't play well away from Jerry World. They're coming off this bad loss. And guess who might be coming back this week? Tyreek Hill. And he's got something to prove because he has to average like 140-ish yards a game to get to 2,000. So give me them Dolphins. And he might have a fourth kid before the end of the month. We don't know.
Didn't know that.
Did you guys see that?
You know way too much.
I retain information very well, Jim. Tyreek Hill has had 3 kids from 3 different mothers within the past 12 months.
Holy smokes! How did you? What? Never mind. I was gonna say how does that happen, but I do know how that happens.
You are the medical
As the
degenerate.
medical degenerate, that was a more of a social. How does that happen? Not a physiological. How does that happen?
Socially, it happens very easily. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Dolphins. Sunday
Yeah.
night football.
He's clearly getting some.
Patriots at the Broncos. The Broncos favored by 6.5, over under 34.5.
I'm staying away from this.
Yeah, me too.
Give me, as Jim would say, the Sith Lord and the Patriots, plus the points in Mile High. Broncos have outperformed. They peaked within the past, not last week, but prior to that. And Russ Wilson got chewed out by Sean Payton on the sidelines. So I feel like he's going to shut it down. Give me them Patriots.
Yeah, I actually would differ here on this month. But
You have a lot tonight.
I know. I feel very opposite of Muff tonight, but that's
And I
okay.
can't feel if you're
Well,
playing if he's bullying you out of your picks.
I
Me?
mean,
No, I'm
Alex doesn't have it in, so I don't. It's whatever.
yeah, no, my picks are my picks. I have not felt bullied out of anything.
Not wavered.
I am not in the position right now to do a shotgun approach. I am in a play and maintain mentality.
So do you think Buff is trying to get in your head and playing a fool's folly, if you will?
Alex just said he disagreed. It's not that Alex said I am hardcore on the Broncos and I went after Alex.
I didn't say
I
that. I'm
expressed my
asking.
opinion and Alex
I
said he
don't know why you're
disagreed.
talking because I didn't ask you the question.
I don't believe in this enough to put my money on it, obviously. But
My
I do
question was, do you believe Buff is playing to get inside your head and is playing a fool's errand in his picks?
no, because I'm not going to fall for it. So it's not going to work.
But
So
do you
I
think he's doing the shotgun blast
not
to try to catch up?
oh yeah.
Hmm.
For Muff.
Shotgun.
For Muff, that's anything over like 7 or 8 for Muff's a shotgun.
Okay.
Because you're lower.
Okay. So this could be him trying to influence the board, if you will.
I'm trying to improve my record. So yes, if that's influencing the board, then yes.
He's trying to kind of talk some shit and get in your head, Alex. I like how you're staying the course.
Well, I'm staying the course. Rock
Good
solid.
job. Good job.
I've yet to challenge Alex to go Alex into that other side of that pick.
You're just playing a different you're playing a different person. You're not playing
He's
me, you're
doing the
playing
calm.
Alex.
He's doing like the calm, sneaky method, not the.
Right.
You're the aggressive against. He's the
Right.
passive aggressive against.
I see how it is.
All right.
Bringing us into Monday night,
Christmas.
Christmas Day football triple header. Starting with the Raiders traveling to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 10.
I'm surprised by
Over under
that.
41.5. Yeah, that is a bit surprising.
I mean, the Raiders had a huge win against the Chargers.
Ah,
What did they do last week?
who,
That
the
wasn't it,
Chiefs?
was it?
Yes,
That was last week.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking there's a game since then. Um, the Chiefs aren't looking fantastic. I mean, I don't know. I just think that's a big line. They might know stuff I don't. It's Christmas. Patty Mahomes might play better on the holidays. Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're always one Kadarius Toney
That's true.
muck up away from having a bad outcome. The Raiders still going to have Aiden O'Connell out there, who's played well. Josh Jacobs is still questionable, so TBD on what happens there. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away because there's something does seem fishy about this, and I'm not sure what it is. I agree. In the second game in Christmas Day, we get the Giants traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Eagles favored by 11.5, over under 42.5.
Mm,
Ooh,
what
ooh.
what Eagles team and what Giants team shows up?
Well, I think it's more likely for the Eagles' better half to show up than the Giants' better half. Um, I'm still going to stay away from all sides of this.
I guess
However,
I definitely feel like the Eagles are going to win here. That wasn't really, I guess, I mean, to cover. You know what I mean? Do the Giants
right.
come out and have a good showing, and the Eagles just like maintain enough to get a victory because it's the Giants and they know they can?
That's the question, and I don't have a good answer or solid answer or a confident answer, so
Or do they
staying
come out
away.
and like smack them in the mouth on national TV on Christmas and be done with it?
Jim,
You know,
I think DeVito, the shine's starting to wear off a little bit. He's catching some rumor mill stuff. He's getting some TMZ level rumor mill stuff. I
about
think
how much he's charging for his appearances now.
yeah, I think he's gonna get the buzz. I think the Eagles catch him pretty hard on
yeah,
this
he's making
one.
out 20 because he still lives with his mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Live in your mom's basement, man.
Next, we get the Ravens traveling to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. 49ers favored by 5.5, over under 46.5. This should be the matchup of the week.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Niners.
I would lean that way if I had to pick one side or the other.
What
Yeah,
I'm doing.
I mean the Ravens are traveling across the country, so I think it's probably a good spot there. I don't disagree.
That's the end of the NFL slate.
It is. That is
Couldn't
the
tell if I
NFL
was
slate.
frozen or just sitting very still.
All right, next, getting into college football, starting with today, Thursday, football in the Boca Raton Bowl. South Florida taking on Syracuse. Syracuse favored by 3 over into 56.5.
Why do bowl games start so late? Like it'll be like one bowl game on a Tuesday and it starts at 9 p.m.
Because we gotta get home from work.
At 9 p.m. I'm home. I'm ready for
Yeah, but
bed.
it's not just us. We got them West Coast.
I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, obviously.
We know.
These are two East Coast teams. What do they care?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
Jim, how you feel about Syracuse? Do you have any
Where's
thoughts
Boca
about them
Raton?
for next year? Kyle McCord?
Good for them.
Where's Boca Raton?
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, so it's on the East Coast.
But
I'm
the
not very good at
viewers,
geography.
I'm gonna let you be. I'm gonna let you live. I'm not even gonna argue this with you.
Don't worry, Alex, because the rest of the week you get your wish. I'm staying away. Anybody have any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, me too.
But I'm staying away. Kyle McCord's future home
Yeah. Friday, we have a 6:30 game. Getting better for you, Alex. This
is
one,
getting better for
Alex.
me, more
In the
reasonable.
Gasparilla Bowl, Georgia Tech taking on UCF. UCF favored by -4.5. Over
Mhm.
under 66.5. That's a high total.
I considered UCF here.
Georgia Tech, Jim.
Then that's why I stayed the fuck away.
Yeah, honestly, I considered UCF, and then I thought Georgia Tech, and I was like, don't fall into the gym trap, stay away.
Yeah.
It's a Jim Trap. Yeah, I'm staying away as well. Getting into Saturday, first at noon. You're welcome, Alex. The Birmingham Bowl. Troy taking on Duke. Troy favored by 7.5. Over under 44.5. Give me the Trojans to cover in this one. Over the Blue Devils.
The Trojans to cover this one.
Entirely.
Funny,
Safely.
safely cover.
Trojans are going to safely cover.
Wrap that one up from off. That was another good one too, if you think about it.
Singer. Any other thoughts in this one?
No,
No.
nothing intelligent.
Next, got two games at 3:30 on Saturday. First, the Armed Forces Bowl as James Madison takes on Air Force. James Madison favored by 2.5, over under 41.5. James Madison, I think, has some of the most players right now that have entered the transfer portal already.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
that's why I'm
staying
staying
away.
away.
Yeah.
But I think, like, because at first you're like, James Madison's got something to prove. They got in this bowl game. You got to go out there and stomp.
But
How does James Madison get in the Air Force, Armed Forces Bowl? Because that's
because
not
Air
all.
Force.
Air Force needs somebody to play, bud.
Yeah. It's not always, it's not
But okay, that's what I was clarifying. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember. It's not always two armed forces, though.
correct.
Okay,
Air Force is the Armed Forces champion this year.
so they go to that bowl and someone
Yeah.
plays
I
them.
think they're always first up for whoever has that distinction.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying away. Next, in the Idaho Potato Bowl, Georgia State takes on Utah State. Utah State favored by 2.5. 59.5 is the point total.
I don't care to bet this.
I mean, I'll probably be watching JMU Air Force, so I think I might honestly be able to say I don't really care about this either, except for I think I took Utah State in the pick'em, so I'm going to go with that's who I would
That's
pick.
where you would favor. All right. Yeah, I'm staying away as well. At 7 o'clock on Saturday, we got the Ventures Bowl. South Alabama taking on Eastern Michigan. South Alabama favored by 16.5, over under 46.5.
I'll be in church, so I can't bet on this one.
Okay. You can bet prior to the game starting, Alex.
Right.
That's an option.
Just kidding, I know.
Like all the other games that you're probably going to bet on.
If I did, I would take Eastern Michigan to cover 16.5.
All right. Yeah, I'm staying away from this one as well. In the Las Vegas Bowl at 7:30 on Saturday, Utah against Northwestern.
Cam
Utah
Rising playing.
favored by 6
He
and a
might
half,
be.
over under 41.5.
I'm taking Utah.
I am in direct conflict. I'm going to take Northwestern plus the points. Give me the Wildcats.
Before I pick, are we sure we don't know?
We're not 100%.
Okay. If Cam Rising plays, I'd take Utah. If he doesn't play, I'd probably take Northwestern.
He's not playing Alex.
I think I'm just gonna stay away from this one then.
Oh, it just gave you the definitive answer and you just waffled.
Yep, I did.
Okay, so we know. Jim's sticking with Utah. It's been a team he's liked to take, even if he didn't know if Cam Rising was playing or not.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess he's out for the season. That's what I just heard.
Breaking news.
Cam Rising's out for the season.
And last, we've got the Hawaii Bowl at 10:30 on Saturday night. Coastal Carolina taking on San Jose State. San Jose State favored by 9.5 over to 52.5.
Well, the Chanticleer hater should be on San Jose State.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I'm
which way I
not.
would lean, but
That's how I would lean. I
Yeah,
concur.
I've nothing on that one.
I'll probably be waiting. I'll probably have had one too many of Grandma's whiskey slushes by now and put money on San Jose State, if I'm being honest with how I see this night going.
Perfect. Real time,
Grandma's
Alex.
whiskey slushes.
Oh yeah, they're so good.
Real time,
Except
Alex
for
on Christmas Eve sounds like a great time.
sometimes Grandma, one time, what did she do? One time she made whiskey slush and she makes it in this like weird Tupperware dish that is a like something she would put mashed potatoes in. I don't know why she makes it in this Tupperware dish. I don't know the recipe. All I know is it tastes good. But she take made it and then she put the mashed potatoes in the freezer on accident instead of whiskey slush. It was a whole thing.
Fair enough.
There we go.
She didn't even have any yet.
Poor grandma.
All right, and then post Christmas football in the bowl season starting on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Alex, 2 p.m. on Tuesday.
I take
Have
that.
Quick Lane Bowl, Bowling Green taking on Minnesota. Row the boat, favored by 4.5 over under 39.5.
I'm rowing the boat.
Row it, row it, row it down the river.
Row, 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 row.
Yeah, I like Minnesota. Not gonna I like I said, small slate this week, but I like that take.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away. Staying away on that one. In the first responder bowl, 5:30 kick, Texas State taking on Rice. Texas State favored by 5.5 over under 59.5.
I will be taking Rice to cover plus 5.5 in this game. My
Jim,
gut says it.
No. No.
weren't you on Rice? Wasn't Rice like one of your teams? You had
No.
like a beat on them earlier this
I think
year?
No.
I supported Rice.
Yes.
JT Daniels.
That was it. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away. In the guaranteed rate bowl on Tuesday night, Kansas taking on UNLV. Kansas favored
Back to
by
9
12.5.
o'clock.
Alex, it's the third game of the day.
Yeah, but I have to work on Wednesday. And I want to watch Kansas.
You know, like progressively this year, you've become like my father.
What do
I am
you
about
want
to hit
all of them
30.
to start between 4 and 7?
Yes, that would be ideal for me. I'm also about to
I
hit the
need them
30.
on after Matlock, damn it.
I am under 2 months until I hit the dirty 30 now, so I think that's what's happening.
I get my underwear at Kmart on the blue light special.
No, I got them at Target. Thank you very much.
Do they have a special?
They were on special.
Okay. Wednesday football starting at 2 o'clock in the Military Bowl. Virginia Tech taking on Tulane. Virginia Tech favored by 9.5 over under 44.5.
Give me the green wave of Tulane plus 9.5.
Ooh. I feel like there's some type of transfer situation and other situations in this one because Tulane was ranked to end the year.
Yep. I don't know what it is, but I'm just oh my god, just because you have some people transferring doesn't mean you're a bad team. There's still some kind of chemistry there, some kind of rallying cry to finish strong. I
Okay.
don't know if they win, but they cover 9.5.
Okay.
Virginia Tech has a tendency to suck.
I definitely no disagreements there.
Here's what I
Next,
love. This is perfect for me.
5:30 In the Mayo Bowl, the Duke's Mayo Bowl, North Carolina taking on the Mountaineers of West Virginia University. WVU favored by 6.5. Over under 54.5.
If I didn't have a rule against betting on WVU, I would take WVU to cover 7 here.
Jew Country Roads.
Give me the Tar Heels.
Yikes.
That was unfortunate.
That was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for.
Jim,
Give
what are you betting on this? Drake May's not playing.
me the Tar Heels.
So what's your feel?
My gut. I'm gonna take them points,
I feel like I'm too excited and gonna be disappointed.
and I say WVU watches a bowl game.
Fair enough. At 8 o'clock on Wednesday in the Holiday Bowl, Louisville taking on USC. Louisville favored by 7.5, over to 57.5.
Mm.
Who's playing quarterback for Louisville? Is it quarterback 2, quarterback 3, quarterback 1?
He's playing quarterback for USC.
Also a question. Not a lot of faith in those defenses.
Good
With
thing this one's at 8 p.m.
not going to watch it
I'm also taking Louisville.
because do you know who's playing quarterback?
Cardinals.
I have $1 left, and I was like, no, let's do it.
When Jim goes 0 for 20 this week, and he says, I can't do the show next week, guys.
I'm out of dollars.
I'm out of dollars. Need more
I'm
dollars.
I'm doing it.
I have $1.
And in the nightcap on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, the Texas Bowl. Texas A&M taking on Oklahoma State. A&M favored by 1.5, over under 52.5.
Give me Oklahoma State plus 1.5.
There's the Big 12 pick we've been waiting
Big 12
for.
homer take, but I like it, so I'm riding it.
I don't think the running back's playing, is he?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And this is bowl season. We don't know who's playing and who's not most of the time, but we just roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that wraps up this week's games, getting us into our best bets. Starting with Alex.
My best bets are the Lions -3 at the Vikings, and then I will take all underdogs here. I will take the Jags plus 1.5 at the Bucks, Rice plus 5.5 versus Texas State, Tulane plus 9.5 versus Virginia Tech, and Oklahoma State plus 1.5 versus Texas A&M.
I'm going to take Troy to cover 7.5 versus Duke. Northwestern plus the point 6.5, taking on Utah. And in the NFL, I'm going to take the Bills to cover 12.5, traveling to the Chargers. The Packers to cover 4.5, traveling to Carolina. The Lions to cover 3, traveling to Minnesota. Dolphins hosting the Cowboys and covering 1.5. And the Patriots plus 6.5 points, getting a mile-high win, taking on the Broncos.
I'm taking the Bills -12.5, Chargers, Pack -4.5, Lions -3, the Vikings, Jags plus 1.5 against the Bucks, Niners -4.5, -5.5 against the Ravens. Give me Minnesota rowing the boat 4.5 against Bowling Green. Utah -6.5 against Northwestern. UNC plus 6.5 against WVU, and Louisville -7.5 against USC.
Talk about people with big slates trying to catch up. Don't throw stones, buddy.
I'll throw them. You have to have a house for it to break, Muff. I've already burnt the house down.
Fair enough. All right, it brings us into the specialty pick, starting first with the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Pow, 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 pow.
I love sassy Jim.
Well, we're all on the
Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, I think it has to be Lions. Lions or
Uh-huh.
Jags, but I think we can go Lions.
Go Lions to cover 3. Traveling to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Next in the Midwest Mapster risky pick of the week.
Get out of here.
What?
Does that voice belong to a member of SES Sports, Sean Stellato,
Maybe.
representation of Tommy DeVito,
Maybe.
who just got inducted into the Italian American Sports Hall of Fame.
All right, Muff. What are we picking here?
These are all facts.
UNC money line.
No.
No, absolutely not.
I will,
Jags.
I will kowtow to the Jags if you two want to do that.
UNC money line.
No. F
Take
off.
it to the light.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
There's only what, Jim, you're the only one that's on any of that, and it's in direct conflict with with Alex's team.
Take it to the light.
No.
No.
Let
I
the
will put
gods
up-
decide.
I will
You're
put
only
up.
that was a spite. Jim, you did that purely out of spite.
Yes. I will put up the Jags as an option. I will put up the Cowboys as an option, which is, oh yeah, wait, no, never mind. Muff was on the Dolphins.
Colts. I said the Colts.
Colts. Okay.
That was one I put up earlier for
Yeah.
for discussion.
I don't mind the Colts.
I like the Jags better.
We can do the Colts Jags to the light. I feel like that's a more sensible light
That's
flip.
reasonable.
Jim, who's
And
the light?
UNC.
Who's no? There's only two sides to the light. This is not a
I
three
don't
sided
think
Okay,
this
circle.
is
UNC
fair.
is if it lands on the side standing up like this, that's UNC.
Deal.
Who's the light?
Cowboys.
Cowboys weren't an option.
Colts.
Colts.
No love.
The light it is. The
How do we know it
Colts,
didn't land on its side?
because it never has landed on its side, Jim.
But you never know. There was a chance, technically. And so I gave you a fair chance.
Out of
Okay.
fair, potentially not accurate there, but you gave it a chance. There is a chance, that I will say. Saying it's fair, probably not your best bet there. All right, getting into next, the Lolita Whale of a parlay. We will do the same thing we did last week.
Run
Yep.
it back.
The Midwest Mobsters in there with Colts money line at Falcons. Alex, choose a game.
All right. I'm gonna go Browns Texans.
Who's the light? Alex.
Texans.
Texans it is.
All right. I'm gonna go Jets Commanders. Jets are the light.
Okay, Jim, you gonna put these in?
No. At least I'm honest about it.
Okay, Jim. What is the line on the Texans game?
Line on the Texans game is drum roll, please.
Texans +2.5.
Texans +2.5. It's not your job, Alex.
I
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
tried to give you a job, Jim, and you just
It was right in front of
said
my
no.
face. It was right in front of my face, so I couldn't wait any longer.
Alex, what's the next game?
The Jets Commanders. Jets are the light.
Commanders.
Commanders +3 at the Jets.
I think we should reflip that.
And the last one will be the
You sure we shouldn't reflip that?
Positive.
the last one will be the my gut wants me to say Seahawks Titans, but it's in the same they'll all be in the same window.
Make for an interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Interesting
just gonna
time.
I'm staying with my gut. Seahawks Titans. Titans are the light.
Titans it is.
Shit balls. I'm not betting this motherfucker.
You didn't bet it last week.
You ran out of dollars.
You have no more dollars.
God bless.
Titans +2.5 hosting.
This is where Lolita dies.
No. Lolita comes back from the dead as an underdog.
This is all underdog. Well, all underdog.
Lolita was an underdog to begin with, okay?
That's also
You're
very
just
true.
disrespecting her heritage.
This is gonna tank like a mother.
And the others have not.
This is gonna be so bad.
And when it wins, Jim, guess what?
We had such a good thing going, boys.
We did exactly what we did last week, Jim.
I'm blaming the light
You're gonna blame the light? Why are you gonna blame the light?
because the light betrayed us.
The light is only true to the light itself.
It betrayed us.
It has no other gods, no other deities. The light is the light is the light.
That was so deep.
It only lets its light shine. It'll let you out looks extra.
That was so deep.
All right. And that brings us to the end of this holiday rendition of sports stuff, betting stuff.
Ho ho ho,
Oh,
bitches.
oh, they.
Oh, hopefully you get into the Christmas spirit, put some bets down, crack a couple. What do you have, Alex? Whiskey slushies?
Grandma's whiskey slushes.
Oh, whiskey slushes
GWS's, baby.
on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and all the way through the holiday season. And somewhere in there to fund your habit, hopefully you have
A payday.